Despite a mixed set of first quarter earnings, shares of Meta, the parent company of Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram, have gained 17% from $174.95 to $204.25. According to Zacks, the recently reported first quarter revenues of $27.9 billion fell short of analysts' forecast of $28.3 billion. The 7% quarterly sales growth was the lowest in a decade, compared to a 48% first quarter revenue growth in 2021. However, Meta's first quarter earnings per share of $2.72 significantly outperformed the $2.54 market consensus. Despite cutting spending in 2022, Meta's earnings per share were boosted by a record $45 billion in share buybacks in 2021. Meta shareholders have had a rough year, with the company losing half its value. It remains to be seen whether Meta's substantial investment in the metaverse, a virtual reality platform, will be enough to fend off challenges to the popularity of its social media platforms. However, for those wishing to capitalize on stocks with high potential for growth, Meta presents an attractive investment opportunity. So in today's video, we'll go over the basics of purchasing and selling Meta shares. Why should you hold stocks? It's important to consider why you want to acquire stock. Are you searching for capital growth, dividend income, or a combination of the two? Your investment objectives will determine whether you invest in high-growth technology stocks or more conservative corporations with a consistent dividend stream. Most investors look for good fundamentals, such as a history of continuous earnings growth, a strong market position, or products or services with future growth potential. These should provide as a robust foundation for future share price growth. However, other variables such as takeover rumors might cause a company's share price to rise. Investors may also be drawn to recovery bets which have a low share price but have the potential for a rebound. How to purchase stock. There are various steps to purchasing shares once you've decided on a firm to invest in. Create an account. To buy Meta shares, you'll need to open an account with a regulated brokerage, whether you're a seasoned share trader or new to stock market-based investments. Stockbroking is a competitive business, and offerings for DIY investors range from online investing platforms run by some of the biggest brands in financial services to investment trading apps that run on your smartphone or tablet. Where can I buy Meta? Meta Platforms Inc.'s ticker symbol is FB. However, it'll be changed to META in the next months. It is traded on the technology-focused NASDAQ exchange in the United States, which is open from 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Most brokerage accounts should allow you to purchase U.S. stocks. Unless you fund the purchase with U.S. dollars, buying shares in U.S. dollars incurs a foreign exchange cost, usually approximately 1%. Most brokerages also charge a slightly higher transaction fee when purchasing U.S. shares rather than U.K. shares, though it's worth comparing the prices offered by different brokers if you plan to trade U.S. stocks on a frequent basis. You'll be required to fill out a W-8BEN form valid for 3 years, which allows you to benefit from a 30% withholding tax reduction on qualifying U.S. dividends and interest. Holding U.S. stocks exposes you to foreign exchange risk. Your shares will be worth less in sterling if the pound strengthens versus the dollar and vice versa. Profits on U.S. shares, like profits on U.K. shares, are subject to capital gains tax unless held in an individual savings account or self-invested personal pension. Conduct your research. It is worthwhile to compare Meta's valuation to that of other comparable U.S. technology companies. One method is to examine relative price-earnings ratios. Shares with a high price-earnings ratio are expected to grow significantly in the future. Brokers' 12-month share price estimates, which are available on financial websites, are another important research tool. There are presently around 50 brokers watching Meta shares, and their price forecasts provide an indication of the Meta share price's upward and negative potential over the next year. How do you plan to invest? People typically invest in one of two ways, as a single sum purchase or in smaller, more consistent amounts over time. The latter strategy is frequently referred to as pound cost averaging, a stock market hack that allows you to spend less per share on average over time in declining stock markets. Rather than having to wait for a lump payment, an investor's money can be used in the market right away. Drip feeding your investment, on the other hand, may forfeit capital growth if the share price rises, and you will also pay more in share trading expenses. Make a purchase. Log into your investing account or trading app whenever you're ready to acquire shares in Meta. Enter Meta's ticker symbol as well as the number of shares you want to purchase or the amount of money you wish to invest. Many brokerages also allow you to put a stop loss after you buy the shares, allowing you to restrict your losses if the share price declines. If you acquire shares at $10 and set a stop loss of $9, your shares will be sold if the share price falls below $9, limiting your possible loss to 10%. Examine Meta's performance. Whether your stock portfolio is densely packed with firms or merely a few equities, it's critical that you assess how each component is performing on a regular basis, monthly, quarterly, or annually. This allows you to assess performance and determine whether any changes to your holdings are necessary, such as maintaining the status quo, purchasing more stock, or selling existing shares. How to sell shares. You will wish to sell your investments at some point. Log into your investing platform, enter the ticker symbol, and pick the quantity of shares to sell. It's important to note that if you've made a significant profit, you may be required to pay capital gains tax, or CGT, when you sell your shares, especially if they were held outside of a tax-exempt wrapper like an individual savings account or a self-invested personal pension. How to invest in Meta using a mutual fund. Investing in individual stocks may be a fascinating and hopefully successful experience. It may also entitle you to shareholder benefits unique to the company in issue. Direct investment in particular firms, on the other hand, can expose you to stock market volatility and unanticipated price movements. As a result, financial experts advise most consumers to invest in a diverse portfolio of asset classes and funds that hold a ready-made portfolio of up to 50 different firm shares. Meta is a prominent component of the NASDAQ index and may be found in a variety of global and specialized technology funds and investment trusts, as well as tracker-style ETFs. So that's all we've had time for today. Thank you for watching another Invested video. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell button to receive updates about our new releases.